Saturday. Hey, Loki. You want to say hi to everyone? Oh, oh, big panther. Panther tummy. You say hi to everyone. Let's get your panther tummy up there. Ooh, ooh. Go have fun, Lokester. All right, so sorry, the Lokester was walking by, so I thought I would have him give you guys a happy Saturday. So yeah, he's gonna take a bath now because he's like, Mom's dirty and she touched my fur. But anywho, yeah, so I have some info for you guys today on the opera that I'm in, because I do a lot of things, and there are some of those things. Also, because I have an opera coming up like in a week, I will not be able to do a live chat next Saturday because we're gonna be like, it's like gonna be crazy rehearsal time the week leading up to the opera. I'm gonna be in the Mikado. Sherry Bug, what's up? And November 23rd, it's a Sunday, but tomorrow night, Celeria Willow, hello. And yeah, so tomorrow night we're gonna have rehearsals from 7 to 10 p.m. Debbie, what's up, Snoop Debbie Deb? You are at work. As long as they don't see. um, so yeah, and then we have rehearsals 7 to 10 p.m. on Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. on Wednesday, 7 to 10 p.m. on Friday, and I think that's going to be like our like full run through with music. And then Saturday, the 22nd, is going to be 10 to 1 p.m. And that's just going to be like working out the kinks and making sure that everything's ready to go for the opera. And then we have a 4 o'clock show on September 23rd. So I am going to be in the chorus just because since I already have a full-time job, it would be really hard to take on a lead part of any sort. So yeah, it is so exciting, Sherry Bug. Like, yeah, so, I think like a couple times a year if I get to do like an opera, and I prefer just doing the chorus. I prefer not doing a lead role just because I have a lot going on. And I think it would just like be way too much pressure. But I don't mind doing the chorus, and the chorus is like whatever, like 2 sopranos, so it's like me and one other lady, and then like 3 altos. So it's just yeah, it's a really small ensemble, and then you have the cast, or I mean the leads, which my singing teacher, my good friend Charmaine, she's going to play one of the lead roles. So Cosmic Creeper, what's up? And Debbie said she can't stay, and she's sending love and light. Well, love and light to you as well, Debbie. I hope that you have a good day at work. And Sherry Bug says the chorus is fun. It is fun. We get to sing all the like really fun songs, and the Mikado it is not serious at all. Like, it's a funny opera, and that's the company that I like to sing with, which is Bodhi Tree. Bodhi Tree is like the sister company to San Diego Opera, and so they're more like quirky, and they try to sing operas that are just in English. And if there is a opera that is in another language, they translate it to English, and they try to find things that are really like eccentric and odd. And they really like to stretch the limits of like what opera can be, and they like to remain small. And what I like about Bodhi Tree is that the owners, the husband and wife that own Bodhi Tree, they're pretty wealthy people. So what they do is they pay the people that sing a very minimal fee, and minimal, but that way, because the rest of the money that is made all of it goes to their charity of choice. And so this year, the charity that they are working with is elderhelpofsandiego.org. So if you guys want to check it out, it's elderhelpofsandiego.org. So really focusing on helping or giving to the organization that helps the elderly. So, going to houses or going to some of the convalescent homes and just making sure that, people are visited, that they have gifts, that they have fun, that basically they're given given some happy times, and that they're well taken care of, and that nobody is cast aside just because they're elderly. So that's the organization that they're working with this time for this particular opera. And every one of their operas, there's like a different organization or a different charity that they're giving their profits to. So the husband and wife, they don't take anything. It's just like a little bit for the singers, and then all the rest is to the charity. And so that's why I like Bodhi Tree. San Diego Opera is really awesome too, but since it's such a bigger organization, they can obviously pay their singers more, they pay their leads more, and then you got to pay everybody else. You got to pay the orchestra, your maestro, you got to pay sound and lighting and stage techs, and you have to pay for your venue, and you have to pay for the administration, and it's like the money goes so many different places. And so that's why like tickets are really expensive to go to something like something big like LA Opera or San Diego Opera, or to go to the Met or something like that over in New York, where my friend Charmaine, she has a year contract over at the Met, so I'm so excited. But yeah, so I like the small company. Plus, I'm a lot more freedom to like have a full-time job while doing like this. So New Age Lunatic, what's up? So yeah, and Solaria said that sounds absolutely amazing. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, you guys, I'm doing the Mikado. I don't know if any of you guys are gonna be in San Diego, but the venue that Bodhi Tree always chooses is a church, because that the particular church that they sing at doesn't charge the money to sing there. So that's also how they like go down on costs. Tarot by Pixie, hey! So yeah, so they try to keep all their costs down. So it's like we don't have costumes, like we have to like make our own like costumes. There's just a few like orchestra people, very, very, very small cast, free venue. And then the husband and wife always make sure that out of their own pocketbook, they pay for catering. So everybody who attends the opera, meaning goes to watch it, they get to have food and drink with us afterwards, and then we get to mingle and hang out. And so it's like really like a low-key, like more personal opera company, and so I really like them. And yeah, so if you guys are in San Diego, September 23rd, you have to get tickets at www.bodhitreeconcerts.org, and Bodhi Tree is BODHITREE, and then concerts.org. So like if you guys wanted to go, like you don't have to go, but if you wanted to go. Anyway, okay, so Gemini Dream said, these are the kind of companies I support putting on these venues for charity. Yes, and it's a lot of fun, and they try to like bring in a younger audience, because there's a lot of like older people that like that obviously support the arts, support opera, and opera is really relies on those donations from older, wealthier people, but Bodhi Tree is trying to reach a younger crowd, saying, hey, opera doesn't have to be this big stuffy thing. Opera can be generous, opera can be fun, opera can be with the people. It's not like opera is just for a certain class of people. Like opera is for everybody. It's a story, you can have fun with it, and then and then also it's about giving back. because opera tells the story of our lives. It's like tarot, like it seriously is. And a lot of operas, they are using tarot in the operas, like especially like in Carmen, where Carmen keeps seeing La Mort, in her cards, and she keeps knowing she's going to die. She sees La Mort, and she keeps pulling the cards. But yeah, it's so interesting how tarot and opera, the stories just, because it's our lives, and that's what tarot is. And so yeah, I think that's really cool too that they connect that way. Okay, let me go back and see. Sherrybuck said, I just saw the lineup for theater in Toledo. Broadway series tickets start at $175. Holy schmoly, I would not be able to afford those tickets. Tarot by Pixie, I got both editions of the Rebel deck. Hey, how do you like the Rebel deck? I use it for like my daily draws, and sometimes I post them on my Instagram. Carmen, hey, how are you doing? We are just talking some opera stuff. Celeria said, it sounds like a great way to introduce a new generation to opera. Yes. Sherry Bug said if she lived here, she would definitely go. Cosmic Creeper said it's cool, which it is. And Sherry Bug, the company I sang with in August gig was for free with donations at parks and church venues. Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. Not gig. Did it for free with donations at parks and church venues. And yeah, so that's what Bodhi Tree likes to do, basically, is try to collect as much of, try to have the money not going to so many other places other than the charity that they're really trying to work with. Charlie said, it's honest with my situation. Basically, I get head out of ass and you need a big hug in that exact order. Oh my god, yeah, that's how the Rebel deck works. It's like, like kind of harsh, like you're like, and then, but it's like, it's in your favor, it's positive, it's just like your really foul-mouthed friend, trying to give you some truth and some love at the same time. You're just like, okay, I understand this is coming from a place of love, but sometimes you slap me in the face. So anyway, that's how I feel the Rebel deck works. I actually, like, unless I was reading for a friend that I knew could handle the Rebel deck, like I wouldn't use it with clients, but I do use it for like myself, obviously, and for daily polls, and like, maybe for the theme, like with another oracle deck, for a spread. Grace Star for all. Show a few cards. Actually, I don't have my Rebel decks are they're put away somewhere. It was Tarot by Pixie was talking about, because she just got the Rebel. They're around here somewhere, because I have my decks kind of like in here in bins, and they're all like stacked together. But actually, I wanted to show you a deck that I just got. And Sherry Bug said there are many decks out there that I want. Rebel deck is one of them. I actually, I'm waiting for the Moonchild to come in, because I pre-ordered the Moonchild. So it has shipped, and so probably like in a week and a half or so, it should be here. So I'm so excited. The Moonchild is coming, and I saw that I placed that order back in March. So I've been waiting some time, and I am so excited. I am so ready to receive the Moonchild. Today on Amazon, because I needed to buy more supplies for my my Kittens, Weights, and Tarot shop on my website. I needed more spray bottles and stuff to make jewelry. Solaria said, I'm waiting on the last Unicorn Tarot. Ooh. I haven't even heard of that one. I need to look that up. You guys always come up with like, new decks that I need to go look at. But so while I was on Amazon and I was ordering supplies for my shop, I pre-ordered the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. I pre-ordered what is it? Ancestors and Angels by Kyle Gray. Yeah, so it was just those two. So yes. Sherry Bug said yes, want the Moonchild. Well, as soon as I get it, I promise I will show you guys the Moonchild because I have been waiting for so long. Charlie said, "Do you have Sawyer's Path Tarot?" Haven't even heard of that one either. Oh my gosh, am I so out of the loop? That just came for me today too, after having to pay £35. Holy crap! In custom fees for both Sawyer's Path and the Rebel deck. Jezebel, what's up? Yeah, those custom fees. I was just talking to somebody on Instagram, and she was talking about, you know, wanting to get the Witch's Moon subscription box, and she lives out in Germany, and she was like, you know, she'd love to get it, but you know, the shipping, the duties, the taxes, like it just, you know, out of country is just is insane. And so New Age says, love me some Kyle Grace. Seriously, I love hearing him talk. And you know, I love all his interviews and stuff. He just seems genuinely like such a really awesome person. And so Jezebel said, you look like a wild goddess today, even more than normal. Yeah, well, hold on, let me wild up the hair for you. There we go. Wild hair. um and then yeah, he's Scottish. Love the Scott accent, yes. And then New Age Lunatic said that's why I don't get the witches box. Yeah, that's kind of sad. And so I was talking on Instagram. I was like, I need somebody, one of you peeps, to like come up with some sort of business plan. One of you is like really good with business, and like figure out how can we figure out this duties and taxes and shipping so that people, if they want to buy outside their country, like things are accessible to them. Like we have the internet, so it's like we have that accessibility, but it's like let's also get you know, things that we would like in our country, tools and things like that. Gemini Dream, is it the Sacred Rebel deck you are referring to? No, they are, Tarot by Pixies just referring to, it's just called the Rebel deck, and it's got a lot of swear words. In fact, it's all swear words. There's no pictures, and it's just like a very sweary, like affirmation or like something to journal, something to think about. And it's a two-sided card, but it's probably buried deep somewhere in my decks behind me. You guys are so silly. So Tarot by Pixie said, she says 10 more days till hospital. So is this the surgery, which I'm hoping for? Finally gonna get to getting you some help, because oh my gosh, you've been waiting for so long. Celeria, maybe a discount code for international shipping. Um, or something like that, you know, because for people like indie people to like to physically ship an item somewhere, like my friend Steph, who lives in Belgium, like her and I like to put like boxes of like gifts and treats for each other from our countries. And actually we're gonna send each other biscotti cookies, because the biscotti, even though it looks the same, tastes different depending on the country that it's in. So I'm sending her my biscotti, and she's sending her biscotti. And so when I send something to her, it's freaking expensive. Like we're talking like $30-40 for me to send her a big box of goodies. And then she has to pay, and then I try to mark it as a gift so that she doesn't have to pay any duties or taxes. So that's how she gets it pretty cheap from me, is I have to mark it as a gift, and then I mark that everything in there is worth like $5. Like I say that everything in there is like, oh no, it's just $5 worth of stuff. Like there's really you know, so you kind of gotta like, you know, tweak that a little bit. But yeah, if a shop, you know, which is using like a label, shipping label, is like trying to ship somewhere else, like the shipping's gonna be crazy. Plus they have to like put down a little bit more truthful amount of what the cost of the items is inside, and they can't mark it as a gift. It has to be marked as merchandise. So anyway, let me go look back, because you guys are flying by with some comments. Green Owl 3D printing on demand stations. Really? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We need some 3D printing on demand, just like where you put in like your money and then just like out comes your tarot deck, or like out comes, I don't know. I don't know why roller skates just popped into my brain, but I've always really wanted those awesome pair of like roller skates, not roller blades, the roller skates, the white ones. I used to have them. They had the rainbow laces. But anyway, yeah, just like 3D printing, green owl, that'd be so awesome. Uh, um, Gemini Dream, where do you find it? The Rebel Deck, rebeldeck.com, or it's called therebeldeck.com. I think you can find it. Um, and Charlie said you can get them custom free if you get them from Amazon. Hmm, that's good to know. And she said, no, it's women outpace. Step further. Definitely, that's definitely a step further when you've been not able to take any steps at all when it comes to your medical situation. So I'm glad. Um, New Age Lunatic said, I don't think the Rebel deck would be good for me, as I don't cuss at all. Right. I'm surrounded by a bunch of goody two shoes in here. Tara by Pixie, Amazon US can send them to you without the taxes and custom charges, but I had a problem with US Amazon because of, oh, crappy cards. Cosmic Creepers, the shipping isn't so bad. I find it's the UK tax and post office handling charges, but there's only one way around that, and many businesses can't do that for tax reasons or something. I think that's the whole like marking it as a gift or merchandise. Um, da, 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 da. Jezebel said Star Trek replicators would be so awesome. Get on that, universe. I've been talking about Star Trek replicators for so long, so they can replicate me just like instantly Earl Grey hot, you know, and I can just freaking get my Captain Picard tea on, you know. I am waiting for the replicators. Actually, I'm also waiting for the holodeck, which I think we're almost there. Like, I think we do have, I was watching on the Discovery Channel or something like that, or it was the Science Channel. We actually do have something that is a holodeck now, and I had no idea. And it was in this massive room, which kind of looked like the holodeck in Star Trek, like no joke. And they replicated the freaking Titanic. Like it like went on, and it was like blowing the reporter's mind. He was like, "This is a freaking holodeck. It's the Titanic." And so it's a way of like being able to, instead of deep sea diving, being able to freaking go into the Titanic. I mean, not like walking around in it, but like being able to see it, you know, in its 3D form. And obviously you can pass right through it like a ghost, but it's freaking cool, you know, so that they can get up and a lot closer to, you know, the Titanic and seeing it as it was, then you know, all broken down at the bottom of the ocean. So that's cool. So I had no idea that we had the holodeck, and so we need to work on that, make it more awesome, and yeah, work on those replicators, y'all. um, let's see. Dead Cheeky, I'm not a goody two shoes. Dead Cheeky, you are the goody two shoesiest of them all, because that made sense. Let's see. Solaria Willow, I like the clone things from Dark Matter. Dude. Let's see. Charlie said, if you had to give a guess, how many decks would you say you have in your collection? um, Actually, I marked down all of my decks. I can give you an honest answer. Give me a second. Okay, so I keep a list of all my decks. I write it down every time I trade a deck or I don't have it anymore. I mark it off. And I've rewritten this up so that it's a lot neater looking and didn't have so many scratches. So it's divided up. So this piece of paper has my Oracle decks. This piece of paper has my tarot decks, but it also has my playing cards. I have one pack of rune cards, my Lenormand cards, and then I have like kind of like 2 Kipper decks. Okay, so if you guys want a calculator, I have, let's see, did I get rid of any of my tarot decks? Because I have to subtract like what I got rid of. Okay, so I have 71 tarot decks, 2 Kipper decks, 6 Lenormand decks. I have two, three, three playing card decks, one rune deck, and then oracle cards. Let's see, I got rid of one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let me count back 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 101 oracle decks, but I need to go through my decks again and do a little purge, and I like gifting my friends my decks. And actually I was so happy. One of my best friends, I've known him since 7th grade, and I'm the godmother of one of his 4 boys, and his oldest boy said he's starting to learn tarot, and I was like, do you have a tarot deck? And he's like, no. And I was like, would you like me to send you a tarot deck? And he was like, yes, Auntie Tarot, that'd be so cool. So yeah, and he is 17 now. Yeah, so I sent him my Tarot in Space tarot deck. So okay, so let me go back and look at what you guys were saying. So Charlie has 90. Oh my gosh. You know, now that I'm like saying it out loud how many decks I have, I feel like, I don't know, kind of weird inside. Dead Cheeky says she hasn't counted her decks in a while. Green Owl, that list makes me think you are allergic to Excel. Maybe. I like to write things down. I prefer not to jump on my computer and have to type that stuff in. Although it's like I like doing Photoshop stuff on the computer. I like all the artsy stuff, but like having to use Excel or like type up a document, I'm like, Jezebel digitize that, makes it so much easier, and you can alphabetize. I know, I'm like, maybe that'll be a summer project. She said, holy cactus, I only have 90 decks. Dead Cheeky said, yes, Anti-Tarot is Anti-Tarot. Solaria has 20. Cosmic Creeper, we are confessing deck amounts. I'm multitasking poorly. Jezebel has only 12. Charlie said, I was talking to Cosmic Creeper. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I don't know. But I've been collecting them since like, this isn't like I just like bought a bunch of decks in the past couple of years. Like, I've been into tarot for a while. And so like I got my first deck in like 1998, somewhere around there. And so Cosmic Creeper, I have 50 tarot and 50 oracle. Ooh, nice. I have 40 on my desk right now. That's a big desk. Christy, hey, how are you? Carmen, less than 20. You know, I'm like, I don't want to like promote and say like everybody should have like tons of decks, you know, because for a while I was cool with like my one deck, and I didn't even know that it was possible to get more than one deck. Like, New Age said, I just sold and donated over 230. Whoa. That's a big clean out. And I don't know, I think at some point I was like, you know, I saw there was like other decks and they were like really pretty, and I was like, oh, but I already have a tarot deck. And I was like, well, what if I switch between the two? And then I was like, oh, I think I could do that. But for a while I was like, oh, but I already have a tarot deck. Like, I don't need another tarot deck. And you know, quite frankly, I mean, that's how you could be. But I mean, me being the very visual person I am, I love to look at things that are gorgeous. Gorgeous images. Well, gorgeous according to me. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I could get another tarot deck, and then maybe I could switch between the two. And you know, and if I want to use this one with the pretty images, I can. If I want to use this one with pretty images, I can. So, and hold on, let me get a eyelash that's creeping in my eyeball. I have so many eyelash issues. Okay. You know, I always swore blind I'd never get addicted to buying tarot, but yeah, that kind of went away. went south. Yeah. You know, I'm a lot more, even though I have a lot of decks, I'm a lot more discerning about the decks that I get, you know. So if I see a deck, instead of just right away like, ooh, like I need to get it. I mean, that's kind of my impulse at first, and then I was like, okay, wait. And I like to imagine myself using the deck. I don't know if you guys do this, but maybe it's just me. I like to imagine myself like using it, and what if it was like sitting amongst my other decks? Would it get as much love, you know, because I have so many other decks that I do love and use? And by the way, I do use all these decks. Like, I have a lot, but I try to give them all love. Like there's none that just sit around, and if they do, they're gonna donate them. I give them to a friend. I, you know, trade them or whatever for maybe crystals instead of more decks. Um, just because I feel like it's a tragedy if I'm not using a deck. I want it to be used by someone, you know. So if I'm not using one and I've noticed I haven't been using it for a while, and I'm like, okay, well, you need to go to a home that's going to use you. So yeah, I don't like hoarding stuff that I'm not going to use. So if I am not using it, it's gone, and I see I'm not using it, it's gone. And that's for anything. So jewelry that I own, I see a necklace, I'm like, oh, that's so pretty, but yeah, I haven't worn it in like a year. Okay, you're gone, you know. And that's how I do business at my house. Let's see. Christy said, yes, I had no idea about a year ago that there are millions out there. I went from having one deck to 20. Holy crap, holy. New Age, I'm trying to get below 50 growth. I don't count Oracle because I'm obsessed. um, oh my gosh, I was just thinking of Groot. But anyway, da, 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 da. Jezebel, yep, because you never have too many crystals. Yes, 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 I agree. You could never have too many crystals. Christy, I have only about 30 with about 5 in order, so a small collection in comparison. Well, yeah, I mean, and then I feel like such, I mean, I'm like, oh my gosh, like you guys, I swear I'm not hoarding, they get used. Cosmic said, you must be close to Target now, Lunatic. And Celeria, I have a tarot deck of the month policy. That sounds like a good policy. And crystals, yum, yes. And I have a lot of crystals. I keep them organized in a, I think it's like a bead, you know, those plastic carrying cases, like for people that do beading. But I put my crystals in there, and that's how I keep them all organized. And I put their little cards, or I make a card for them so I can remember what all my crystals are, because I feel like it's such a tragedy when I can't call them by their name. Like let's say I've had a piece of sodalite, you know, and I have it, and I'm like, I don't know your name. I feel so bad. So I always make sure that their little cards are with them, so I can name all my crystals, and they feel special. Like I feel like they have feelings too, you know. Okay, so I wanted to share with you guys some stuff. I got a gift in the mail, and I don't know if Queen Osset is on here, but she sent me a gift in the mail, and she totally didn't have to, and it was totally unexpected. And she was like, have you checked your mail in a while? And I was like, no. And she's like, you should go do that. I was like, oh, okay. So I went to the post office, and I was like, holy crap, I got a gift. And I was so excited. Charlie said, I have 8 new decks from someone on Instagram, and that makes me happy. Oh. And Christy, oh my gosh, how do you keep the card with them organized? Well, they're in their own little slots, you know, like those beading carrying cases, how you could sort your beads. But I like the slots where you could pull out the little divider and like move it so that the slot could be bigger, or the little compartment. And then I just put like the little tag in there, and then I put the crystals on top of it. So like that's how I do. Da, da, da. Jezebel said, sitting on a pile of cards, crystals, art, and instruments. Swear I'm not a hoarder. I'm part dragon. That's gonna be my thing from now on. I'm a dragon. I'm part dragon. Let's see. I'm Filipino and Polynesian and German and Irish, part dragon too. That's gonna be in the mix, and Native American, you know. Okay. Just going back. Uh, You guys are so silly. Oh, Celtic Witch is here. Hey, how are you? We were just talking about, we're confessing how many tarot and oracle decks we have, and we're swearing that we're not hoarders. Some of us are part dragon, and I use them all, so it's not bad if I use them all. And they all gets the love. Yes, it's a craft box, Christy. Okay, so my homegirl Queen Osset had sent me a couple of things, and I put it on Instagram. One of them was like a beautiful altar card, which actually I have it next to my bed right now. But she gave me a couple of books, and this was like out of nowhere. Like, it was such a sweet gift. So Queen Osset, if you end up watching this live chat, or if you're on right now, I just want you to know I'm so thankful. Like, that, it was it really did make my day. I was like, internet's going a little funky here. Okay, Jezebel, all of those genetic home tests need to recognize the dragon DNA. That's what I'm talking about. New Age said, a total mess creeper, even more of a mess at a shop, I'll just say. Little shit tarot. Christy said it was buffering. Yeah, it was. And I think we're back. Okay, so yes, so Queen Osset sent me this awesome book, so I can't wait to start using that at the beginning of the year. And, a book by called Sacred Signs and Symbols, and I've been really busy, so I haven't gotten that far in the book, but I think this is great. This is awesome, and things are so busy right now. I don't feel burned out, but it's just really busy. Like, I've actually gotten quite a few orders on my website, kittensweightsandtarot.com, and my Etsy shop, and people just that I know, like friends of mine that are ordering stuff from me, getting readings, which is great. And I'm like, yes, like I love making stuff, and I love doing readings. Like, that's so much fun. But there's so much stuff going on at the school, and I'm trying to be involved in my students' lives as well. You know, when they want me to go see some of their stuff, or they have a choir concert going on, or are you going to come to the football game and come see me play? Like, I want to go support my students and all the stuff that they do, you know, and these kids in particular, like, I don't know, I just had such a connection with them when they were freshmen, and now they're seniors. Like, I really do feel like those guys, like, all, how many kids do I have? I have 200 students total, and so I feel like they're all like my children, and like I'm watching them like get ready to graduate in, like, you know, 10 months. But yeah, so I've been all involved doing their stuff. I start my opera stuff like tomorrow, you know, and show on Sunday next week. We have the Mikado, and there's a lot going on, but I'm trying to read this awesome book too, but yeah, but I'm not feeling burned out, and I'm trying to go back into beast mode in the gym, because I've been struggling with like getting knots in my shoulder right here. And sometimes you could just feel it knotting up, and you could see it just going brrr, and I'm like, no. And it's a really painful knot, like not the kind that you can get away with massage or acupuncture. Like, it's stuff that I have to take care of through physical therapy. So I finally saw this bomb physical therapist, and I'm like, okay, I'm tired of these knots that they literally last 5 to 6 months. Like, that's a long time to have a knot and not have full range of motion with your head. And plus my workouts suffer, which make me depressed, because that's my outlet, you know, with my energy. And you know, if I'm stressed out, like I like taking care of my body. Like, that's how I de-stress. And and so I get kind of depressed if I can't go to the gym, or, you know, and so then my eating, because I'm depressed, I'm just like, whatever, I don't care anymore. And so the way I normally eat derails, and like I eat poorly on purpose, because not because I actually want that stuff, but just because I get really sad. So I finally went to this physical therapist, and he finally figured out why I get so many knots here, and it's because my shoulder blade doesn't lie flat against my rib cage like my other shoulder blade does. And so I was like, okay, makes sense. Like every doctor I know keeps telling me like I have all these deformities, like my knees, my Q angle's off by like 30 degrees, and they're like, I hope you weren't a runner. And I'm like, actually, I was the state championships. I was an NCAA athlete. You know, so I got these funky knees where if my knees are straight, like literally straight, my feet are out, you know, because the angle of my knees are off. So if my feet are straight, my knees are like I found out that one of the bones on top of one of my feet lays flat. And I found that out when I got a bone bruise doing a roundhouse kick to somebody's ribs during a sparring match when I was doing Kung Fu. And so, wow, I found out, I'm like, okay, I got a weird bone. And so now I found out my shoulder blade too. And so now I'm doing these exercises to strengthen the muscle around my shoulder blade, actually a few of the muscles, and up into my traps here. Because they have become weak. And so he says, and so when you stop going to the gym because you're in pain, the rest of your muscles become weaker, obviously. He goes, and that actually just exacerbates the problem. So he's like, my advice to you is don't stop working out. Like seriously, he says, he goes, I mean, I should tell everybody not to stop working out, like always be physical, active every day. He says, but you especially need to be very diligent about the muscles in your body because you have things that are at weird angles on your person. He says, you have to make sure that you keep everything as tight and strong as possible. And he's like, so don't stop working out. And I was like, okay. I was like working out like a maniac or just like working out. And he was like, he says, like, you need at all times. And I was like, okay, doctor's orders. But I've heard that from a lot of doctors. Like, even with like my heart condition, they told me, like, the doctor was like, you know, normally people are like, well, if you have a heart condition, you should like take it easy. And he says, but with your heart condition and the way that you're built and the way that you're made, don't stop working out. He goes, in fact, I want you to work out so hard that you make that heart so strong that when it does act up, like, you know, it's not derailing the rest of your body. So anyway, just a little I don't even know how I got on that, but yeah, I'm working on this thing here, and that's, yeah, I've been working out like a maniac in the gym, and I'm so excited I get to go back to the gym because I finally have full range of motion again, thanks to my awesome physical therapist. And so yeah, I was originally talking about this book. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna go back to what you guys were talking about. I missed a lot of your comments because I was rambling. New Age said the Queen is putting out some awesome moon videos the last few days. Ooh, I have to go back and well, yeah, and I'm trying to watch all your guys' videos too. Those of you that do YouTube videos. Like, I'm trying to watch everybody. I have to go check out Set and see what she's been doing. Sherry Bug said, I'm currently blaming the hurricane if the internet goes funky. I've been watching about that hurricane, and so I hope you guys are all safe, you know, that you're not being affected by that. Christy was asking, what's my Etsy shop? It's a Kittens Weights Tarot. So there's no and in there. It's just Kittens Weights Tarot. So I think it's like etsy.com/shop/kitten if you wanted to go to my Etsy shop. Sherry Bug, oh, I'm far away, but the atmosphere gets goofy. Sherry Bug said she's in Ohio. I have family in Ohio, Defiance, Ohio. I just blame the hurricane because it goofs up the atmosphere. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like I was there. No, well, I'm glad you guys are safe though. Cosmic Creeper said, physical abnormality, bless you, you're not alone, don't worry. Yeah, it's like, I like when they all tell me I have my deformities. I'm like, I'm not deformed, bro. Dr. Bro, sorry. Sherry Bug said, it's your dragon shoulder. It is. My wing is trying to come out. My shoulder blade's trying to turn into a wing, seriously. Woodland Hag said, hi everyone, I just heard the roundhouse kick. I used to do Kung Fu and I used to do sparring. And so at one point I was like, really, we're really getting into the sparring match, and I was doing really good with like some of my back knuckles, and I did like a roundhouse kick to somebody's ribs, but they brought their elbow down on my foot and gave me a freaking bone bruise. And that's how I found out I had a deformed foot. Let's see. Share books. I have to keep working out with my knee because I blew it out like 10 years ago and they reconstructed it. Ugh. They say working out is the best thing I can do to support my knee. That's what they keep telling me because there's muscles that surround your kneecap and the knee hinge. And so they say, you know, to keep those muscles strong because if they become weak, that affects the hips, that affects the ankles, you know, everything, you know, everything affects everything. So they're like, don't stop working out. Christy said, watching while doing dishes. Adulting sucks. Jezebel, I have to go walk the doggy. Have a great night and day, everyone. All right, bye, Jezebel. Say hello to the Poochie for me. Cosmic said, I tell them I'm special. It's because you're special too. Yes, I am. I just have special body parts. The Woodland Hag said, sparring. Yeah, I miss sparring. Sparring was a lot of fun, and yeah, I used to like to do like just like the stand up sparring. I never did takedowns. That was a different thing that you could do within Kung Fu, and I also knew how to do grappling, and I was actually really good at grappling. So it's when you've already been taken to the floor, and it's how to like get out of an arm bar, how to get out of a chokehold. If somebody is on top of you and you know they've you know that because the point is to keep your back on the mat. They try to keep your back on the mat so they can win, kind of like in wrestling, because that's what grappling is. You know, and so there's a way that you could like pop your hips and kind of and I know how to flip it over so I can get them on their back. And then I flip myself around, and my favorite thing to do is to put people in chokeholds. Like that used to be my move, was pop my hips, I'd flip over really fast, and then you grab your wrist like this, and their head would be here. And you want to make sure that you're not doing this. You don't want like, okay, why am I teaching you guys how to put people in chokeholds? I just realized that. But hey, okay, if you're interested in putting people in chokeholds, you never want to put the fleshy part of your arm against somebody's throat, because they could get their hand up in there and they could pull your hand away, or at least get a hand in there so that they can take a breath. And the point of a chokehold is like if you're actually in danger and you're really trying to get somebody to pass out just so you can like get away. I'm talking like this person's trying to do you harm, okay, and you've taken them to the ground, or they've taken you to the ground. So what you do is you flip your arm. Sherry Bug's like, and you want the side of your bone. So this sharp part here. So it's your radius, I believe. So your radius bone here, that's the bone that moves, not your ulna, but your radius, and you grab your wrist, you know, the smallest part of your wrist. So you grab your wrist and then you pull it inwards. So you want the sharpest your bone up into their windpipe, and it makes it much harder for them to put their fingers up through here to give them a breath of air. And so you just keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing, even if they're like punching you in the face. And you just keep squeezing with all your might until they pass out. And then run. Anyway, Green Owl said, the great escaper, my arm has nothing but fleshy parts. Just ways, even if you have a lot of fleshy parts, there is the part of your bone that is a lot sharper and you pull it in. And then what I would do, and then I would take my legs and I would like put my legs inside their legs, so I'm like totally like wrapped around them, like I'm as tight as can be, because the thing was always like in Kung Fu, like especially with grappling, you want to be as tight to that person's body as possible, so that they absolutely can't get any movements in, like to elbow you or to gouge out your eyes, you know, that you want to be able to have full control. And when you're standing up and let's say you're sparring, far but not too far from your opponent, so that you can kind of, and you're always watching their hips, like you can always see with their hips what somebody's going to do. If they're going to jab you, you can see it in their hips, you can see it in their shoulders, but mostly I just watch the hips, so I know when they're going to lift their leg and it looks like they're going to give me a kick, and so I can then plan my next move. It's kind of like chess but with your body. and why we're talking about kung fu. No, then you kick him in the crotch and run. um, uh, there's uh, th- there's other things that would probably hurt more too. Rebel child, what did I just walk into? I don't know. We just started talking about how to put people in chokeholds. We were talking about tarot and like and the number of decks that we had, and then and then we were making sure that everybody who was like in if nobody was near the hurricane that's happening, and then yeah, we started talking about kung fu and chokeholds, and yes. Oh yeah, I was talking about my weird body that doctors keep saying is deformed. Solaria, that's why they say if you are on someone's back, tuck your head down against their shoulders. Yes. Exactly. And Green Owl, there is nothing kittens involved in today. Chat, chat. um, Woodland Hag, chop that throat. Yes, actually, if you can, because there is some stuff to do. If you can hit the carotid artery, which is right here. You know when people take their pulse and they do this, and how you can feel the big sound. It feels like your heartbeat up here. That's your carotid artery. If you can hit that hard enough, that will temporarily stop the blood flow to the brain and temporarily daze somebody enough to hit, but it's temporary. You can do the same because you have another large artery that comes from the groin area, and what you can do with your feet and your legs, especially if you're grappling, is push down on the area, and that'll also stop the flow of blood temporarily, temporarily paralyzing that person. So just so you know, stuff. Christy said hips don't lie. They don't lie, girl. um, Sherrybug, yes, I use the royal we, by the way. Solaria, everyone has a plan until they get whacked in the nose. Yes, yes. And then it's just like, and I have been whacked in the nose quite a few times, actually. Woodland Hang, I feel better prepared for the perps now. Yes. I have, let's see, I've been whacked pretty good during sparring in the nose. And I wasn't meaning to, but because you have your headgear and everything, but there's nothing really protecting like your face, and you're supposed to, in sparring, not actually like punch somebody in the face. So I don't even happen, but I did accidentally get a pretty good solid punch to the face, which didn't break my nose, but I did have a little bit of a bruised nose. And my reaction, I don't even know what happened, and I apologized to the person afterwards. But after getting smacked in the nose, it was I spun. I spun around, and one is a back knuckle that you can do with your biggest knuckle here, and so your hands at an angle. I did a back spin to their temple, and so like I spun around and I hit them in the temple, but they had their padded gear, but they like hit the floor. I hit the floor, and everybody was like, you're not supposed to retaliate when somebody punches you in the face, at least in this setting. And I was like, I am so sorry. You literally just punched me in the nose, though. So I don't know. I guess that's my knee-jerk reaction, is to like pound people in the temple when they hit me in the nose. So I don't know. I have broken my nose twice before, though, and so I don't know. I think my nose is pretty straight for having a broken nose twice. But I used to play basketball as well in high school, like as well as track. And a couple of the like girls can get really mean in basketball. So when they know the ref's not looking and you're under the net, a lot of girls they take their elbow and they try to jab you in the kidneys, or they're you in the face and knock you out. And so especially when they get the ball and you do your elbows. The elbows are meant to smack somebody. And so I had a couple of girls that didn't like it. That I have hops, by the way. I can touch the rim, or it used to be able to touch the rim. And so one girl came down, she like crack, and she like elbowed me in the face, and I had so much blood coming out. And this was a home game, so I was wearing my jersey whites, and I'm like trying to hold the blood. I remember looking at the ref, and I was like, because it didn't hurt, but I felt like kind of funky because I'm like draining blood everywhere. And I'm just like, and the ref was like, no stopping the game. And it's because like, we were known as a ghetto high school, so people didn't like our high school. So the ref wanted me to bleed for a while before he decided to stop the game. And like the fans are booing, parents are like, that girl's bleeding. You know, there's blood flowing now onto the court, which means you have to stop the game and clean it up because, you know, blood. Uh, and so then finally he stopped it. And then he told me that basically he's like, you deserve that because of who you are, you know, that we're all just a bunch of ghetto people from my high school. Ugh. But anyway, so then in the follow-up game, we had tons of police because they thought had hit somebody else, and I was like, no, it was me. And then I got punched in the face again underneath the net, and I broke my nose again. So yeah, I've had 2 broken noses. And they haven't ever hurt. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe my face is numb. That's get hit in the face one too many times. Let's see. New Age says, be like Buffy. Everything is a weapon. Exactly. And Sherry Bug, I took Taekwondo for a couple of years. I got kicked in the mouth during sparring for testing. I've gotten punched pretty hard in sparring by a much larger man in the jaw, and I dislocated my Solaria said lady soccer is the same way. Dude, like soccer, basketball, field hockey, like those can be some pretty rough and tumble sports. I hear in softball, some girls can just start fights over there and just get kind of rough. Don't fight kids. Love, not punches. Well, that didn't rhyme, but you know. Greenhouse said lacrosse is evil. Oh my gosh. Freaking lacrosse, man. Lacrosse is during track season. The ego on those people. Woodland Hag, hockey is evil too. Oh my gosh. Woodland Hag, you reminded me of my dream last night. Okay, people. It's dream time. Let's talk about some odd dream I had with the guys from Ghost Adventures, by the way. You know, with Zach Bagans and all them. I have the most crackhead dreams. Okay. We are now switching gears from taking people out and kung fu and how to take down perps to crazy dreams. Okay. Face punching to woos. Yes, Green Owl. I mean, it's a natural segue. You know, I mean, you talk about carotid arteries and, you know, gouging people in the eyes and bloody noses, and we naturally go into our dream states. Yes, that's how we do. Woodland Hag, let's hear it. Solari, I remember getting into a fight in high school with a boy in my gym class when we played boys versus girls soccer. Yes. I mean, I have gotten hit by girls a few times. I have never started fights, by the way. I'm a lover, not a fighter, but you know, I mean, just don't hit me. Then bad things don't happen. So, Sherry Bug, I was thinking about your dream with the coins today. Totally interpreted it. Really? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Put it in while I'm talking about this dream. And if you guys can interpret this dream, let me know, because I'm really stumped. Although I'm like pretty psyched I got to hang out with the dudes from Ghost Adventures in my dream. Solaris said, I dream about Sam and Dean Winchester hunting ghosts and stuff. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Yes, New Age. Now I'm making you all jelly because I had Zach Bagans in my dream. Okay, so this is how it went. Let me try to remember like the beginning of the dream, because I know there was something before the hockey game started in my dream. Okay. This is how it started. Oh yes, Sherry Bug, email me, please, please. Okay, so we as in myself and the, like all the dudes from Ghost Adventures, we go into this small town. I mean like redneck, like there's probably like less than 100 people in this town, like and, you know, and it's like total, like from civilization, just like broken street signs, like got the old school, like somebody's got to pump your gas kind of thing going on. um like what my grandmother, who actually grew up kind of in the middle of nowhere, she would call country bumpkins. And so um we're out there and we're supposed to be doing an investigation, and like single roads, like the roads aren't big enough for like two cars to pass by, so either people are just walking in the road, and the car, we're in this like giant Escalade or like giant SUV or something like that, and maybe it's an Explorer, I don't know. And so we're going down, and it's like the car is almost bigger than the road. And Zach says we need to go to this hockey game because we're in Canada for some reason. And then for some reason, the guys from Ghost Adventures are Canadian, like in my dream. And so they're like, we really need to go to this hockey game. So we go to this hockey game, and like people are just like getting like insane, out of control. Like everybody's drinking, and like the dudes from Ghost Adventures, they're like drinking to the point where they're becoming belligerent, and like Zach's getting like really like irritated, and he's like, he's like yelling at the other team, like, he's like, I'm gonna effing kill you, you know. And I'm just like, dude, like chill out, you know, it's just a freaking game, you know. So I'm trying to keep the guys calm, but you know, they're like getting belligerent, so I'm like, maybe we should head out. So the game ends and everybody's exiting into this parking lot, and there's like one sign is the only light that's really in this parking lot. And so there's these really drunk people that start taking their beer bottles and they start like throwing it up at the light, and slowly all the light bulbs in the light are getting blown out because they're like throwing their stuff up. And I'm like, only bad things can happen once the light is gone, you know. And so the light is out, and then all of a sudden people go riot crazy, like they start rioting, they start like there's cars in the parking lot, so they're like breaking people's windshields, and they're like pushing the cars over, and I'm like, we need to get out of here. You could get killed when people are like this, you know. So we get out, and like some people are like jacking other people's cars and like driving down the wrong side of the road, and it's just like mayhem. And so we get out, and then I'm like, I haven't been drinking, so Woodland Hag said she has to go, it's dinner time, she'll watch the playback. Well, I hope you have a wonderful dinner. Yes, and let me know when you tune back in, or watch the replay, what you think of, interpret this dream for me. um, so so then we're driving back, and Zach is driving, and I can catch a glimpse of how he's seeing, which is like more than like triple vision. It's like I don't know, quintuple vision. It's like quintuple vision, like you really can't see. And I was like, we, you know, because we're driving in a mountainous area now, and I'm like, this is not good. You know, we can get into a car accident. Like you really shouldn't be drinking and driving. And he's like, no. And he's like, and then we finally make it back, and we were speeding, but then finally he had to slam on the brakes because we're back to that single like lane, like going through town. And I was like, oh, thank God, you know, because now that's like 4 miles an hour. And I was like, so thankful. I'm like, okay, we're not going to crash. And so we make it back to the room. And gosh, oh no, it's starting to fade. What was going no, we start to get back, and the guys are noticing that there's a lot of like spirit activity that's happening within. Ooh. Okay, I think the internet's back. What is wrong with the internet? Something weird with the atmosphere. Okay. So yeah, we're okay. Yeah, so we're the guys are starting to soak like in this really creepy like hotel place. Keith, hey, how are you? Sorry, we're just like talking about dreams right now, my weird dream. And I remember going into the bathroom, and there was like something that walked in with me in the bathroom, and I was like, go away, you know. And I didn't like it creeping up on me, but there was like these intense energies that were like kind of like creeping up on them, especially the guys, because they had been drinking and they weren't in their right mind. So it's like they were having a hard time like pushing them away. Cosmic said she has to go, prepping for a call with an American pal, and half Skype, which apparently I haven't figured out on my Mac. I'll catch the last part on replay. All right, well, I will see you another time. You have a lovely Saturday. Keith is hanging out with his sister, and Christy is doing tasks while listening. So yeah, so that was it. Like I woke up right when like these spirits were like coming up on me, and I knew they were there, and I wasn't scared of them. I was just trying to figure out how to make them leave me alone, you know. And it was like they couldn't penetrate whatever barrier I had put up, but it was like just go away. Like especially like when somebody's in the bathroom, privacy, like pervy ghost, like why would you do that? So yeah, that was my odd dream. It was more intense when I woke up, and there was probably more details, but that's all I can remember now because it's really starting to fade. um Solaris says, whatever it is, I don't think it likes you talking about it. Maybe, I don't know. But the internet's been kind of on and off, and I think you guys have been talking about your internet's kind of buffering too. So I don't know. Okay, so dream interpretations. I love hearing your guys' interpretations. A lot of times I have a hard time interpreting my own dreams. I'm pretty good at interpreting other people's dreams, but like my own, not so much. Um, Sherry Bug said, I completely think this is a spiritual dream. Absolutely. Keith said, pervy ghosts. Dude, there was one time, okay, I mean, I'm gonna give you guys details, but I went in to use the restroom, the ladies' room one time, and the lights in our bathroom started flickering. And we have LEDs in the bathroom, so they really don't flicker. And so I didn't pay any mind. I even like fiddled with the switch, and I thought maybe just the switch wasn't up all the way. And so then I'm getting ready to like use the bathroom, and it starts flickering again, and I'm like, and then I start getting goosebumps, which actually, oddly, I'm getting right now. And I'm like, okay, if there is a spirit in here, number one, only pervy ghosts come in and try to look at somebody while they're using the bathroom. So if you would like to talk to me and you would like to hold a conversation, perhaps you could wait till I'm outside of the bathroom. But otherwise, I said, in the human world, when somebody's trying to use the bathroom, somebody is in the shower, you know, the bathroom is a very naked place. And so you do not go where it is a naked place, okay? If you want to talk to me when I'm not feeling like you're being dirty, okay? And so then, because the lights were flickering and the light went back on, and I was like, thank you. Gosh, I just want to use the bathroom in peace. And so I totally think the ghost was like waiting outside the door. And then as soon as I left the bathroom, I felt like there was this ghost presence on me, and it was like trying to talk to me. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, well, thank you for at least like honoring my privacy in the bathroom. Thank you. Sometimes you need to just have a chit chat with them about like where is appropriate and not appropriate to have interaction. Keith said, I would feel violated. I'm trying to be a kept woman. Carmen said, maybe there is something in your unconscious mind that you are thinking about and needs to be resolved. That could be too, Celeria, but in all truth, I'm catching themes of having issues letting go of control because of lack of trust, and something is coming and you know about it, but you haven't been paying it proper mind, and it's, and then it says W. Okay, so, okay, well, okay, when it comes to trusting something that I know is coming, okay, so let me tell you guys. Okay, it says, okay, once your undivided attention for a moment. I've been getting all these messages of like, be still, meditate, like be in the present, and I try, you know, I've been taking time out where I'm just like alone with my thoughts, and I've even done my meditations. I've been having these really intense, crazy meditations, and so okay, I do know that something's coming. What it is that's coming, I don't know, but I just know. You know how you just know something? I just know deep in my soul that around December, January, there is something that is like a tower moment that's coming for me. And I know that the universe keeps telling me that it's for a purpose. It's to help me be where I've always asked to be. You know, it's trying to make my dreams come true, basically. But and that there is a person that's coming for me, like and I think it's a man. I have a dude, okay, but not in the romantic sense. There's this guy that's coming to help me, and I and will help me on this next phase in my journey. But I'm going to have basically this tower moment, and that it's really going to shake things up, and I'm going to be shook when it happens. And so I'm frustrated because I just wish I knew more details. And even my friends who are the most the best of psychics, you know, I have some pretty psychic friends, and they're like, there is just this wall that just the universe is like not letting anybody in on what is in for me. Like they won't let me know. Like the universe is like, you are not supposed to know, but we only can tell you to keep keep working and being awesome with the kids like you are, keep teaching like you're teaching, keep giving your all to your career, keep giving your all to everybody, basically being the best person that you can be, and then things are gonna get a little shook. Actually a lot shook. And so it's like it keeps telling you, like, be prepared, there's somebody coming for you, but that's all I know. And like it frustrates me to no end, and it makes me also, there's a part of me that's like, well, what if this thing never comes, you know, what if I'm wrong, what if like my intuition's wrong, and this thing never comes, you know, and then you know, and I feel, I don't know. So I don't know. So anyway, let's see. Let me go back to your stuffs. Sherry Bug, my interpretation, Jack is your spirit medium self. Going into an unfamiliar place, I think, is a spiritual metaphor for your trek into the spirit realm. Jack is my spirit medium self. Interesting. That's interesting. No, not romantic. Sherry Bug said, it is still a bit scary there for you, drinking violence, and you need to remember that you are in control of what happens to yourself, what you do, taking control, driving, leaving when riot starts. Um, oh, Chrissy says, scroll up, Keith, I blew you a kissy. Oh my gosh, you guys are so silly. New Age is asking what kind of coming. Yeah, what is that is coming? Sherry Bugs said, I missed the end after the thing that followed you in because of jacked up internet. Maybe in your subconscious there are things out of your control and it seems chaotic. Could be. Oh, so yeah, at the very end it was just like something that like came into the bathroom, but it couldn't get at me, and I knew it, but I just really wanted it to go away. I wasn't scared though. And by the way, the lighting throughout this dream was like the really dim lighting, except for the hockey match. It was like bright white in there. Excuse me. Yeah, it was like totally like white, super bright in this hockey match, but then you go out to the parking lot and it's dim, and all there is that singular light, like lit up sign, and then and then they take out the light and the riot begins, and that's when I want to get out of there. And we get out of there, and then Zach is, I mean, I'm not the real Zach Bagans. This is my dream. I mean, he probably would never drink and drive, but like he's like totally drunk, and I can see through his eyes that he's seeing in like quintuple vision, and it's like fives. There was all these fives too. If you guys know anything about numerology, like maybe put in fives. And yeah, and then we finally get to our destination and we're safe. But now there's like these spirits that they have invited in because and they're having trouble like fending them off, whereas I know how. I know how, at least not to let it get to me, but it's like I'm just like, I'm in the bathroom. I'm in a very private place. Okay. New Age said, is the man related to your job? That I don't know. Sherry Bugs, so you had control. You were able to set the boundary and it was not able to hurt you. No, it was not. Yeah, okay, so yeah, all I know for sure. Something big is coming. The fives in tarot. Okay, so you have Five of Cups, which is kind of like a loss. You have the Five of Swords, which is like a loss. You have the Five of Wands, which is like a conflict. And you have the Five of Pence, which is loss. Um, loss. Loss of control. I mean, in my dream, they had a loss of control of themselves because they had drank way too much. And me being the, no, no, you shouldn't be driving. Like, that's not cool. You could kill people this way. Um, yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I think this dream is a lot deeper than like, at first I woke up and I was like, whoa, the dudes from Ghost Adventures were in my dream. Like, totally awesome. But I think my dream is actually a lot deeper. I think my subconscious is really trying to tell me something. And and I just took it as a like, whoa, the Ghost Adventure dudes were there. Probably because I've also been binge watching Ghost Adventures, although I didn't watch any last night. Sherrybug, fives are instability after stability, right? Yes, yes, they are. And sometimes they're, but it's also in between. Yeah, in between well, fours are like stability, but also the sixes are like a victory, you know. So it's like right in that in between phase of when things are really good and things are gonna get even better, but it's that in between phase. That's what the fives are. Solaria, it's also the flicker of hope. Huh. Yeah. So okay, so this is what I know. December, January, and this has been repeated since when did I start feeling this? Probably December, no, December, January of this year, December of last year is when I got a feeling that December, January coming up for me now, something big was coming. And it's been on my mind like since December, January of this year. Um, Five is a powerful number in many forms. Five represents freedom, exploration, travel, and change. 555 is a triple, excuse me, of the number five, indicating which amplifies its power. 555 indicates that a change is coming, maybe 5 months from now. October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, it's that January, February. Well, and the rest of September. So yeah, got January. um, but yeah, I keep feeling it's December, January. It's something big. It's something that I'm not going to like. It keeps letting me know I'm not going to like it, but it's for my own good. It's like things happening out of my control because it says that like all I keep getting from the universe, and I've gotten a few readings. Like I've gotten a reading from Ethany. I got a reading from the Color Gypsy. I think it was just a couple of readings, and then like a couple of my really cool friends have like tapped into what's going on for me, and basically they're all like, yeah, December, January, something's coming, something big is coming, and you're not gonna like it. Sherrybug asks if I am pregnant. I am not. It's pretty impossible at this point for me. Celeria, I do get the feeling that the Five of Pens is more the energy, is more that energy than any others. Oh yes, girl. Hey, by the way, Queen Osset, I was talking about the two awesome books that you sent me, and I'm thankful, thankful, thankful. I'm so thankful. And I've been super busy, but I'm addicted to this book, by the way. I'm so addicted to it. And I have the beautiful card that you sent me, the little altar card. It's next to my nightstand. Anyway, thank you so much. New Age says, I wonder if this is work related. It is. It keeps telling me if it's something to do with my job. Oshun's number is 5. Oh, thank you, thank you. So yeah, so I'm having people weigh in with the fives because the fives were in my dream pretty heavy. And it was a heavy dream, by the way, Queen Osset. Also with the number that you sent me to, Queen Osset, it's the fives. And I don't know much about Oshun, so like let me know that too, you know, because I want as much, you know, info as possible. Yeah, so it's like I'm in the dark, but there is some light. It's like here's some clues, but I've also, what I've been getting is the universe is not feeling like or whoever is talking to me. um Carmen said 5 is a positive number. um it's not like it's not like, oh, you know, trying to be mean or anything like that. It's like we have the best of intentions by doing this for you. Excuse me. It's like we have the best of intentions. Like it's almost like they're smiling, and I'm like, then just tell me. Oh my gosh, like don't just like keep me in the dark over here. You know, I hate just having like little pieces and then uh Green Owl said, as an educator, part of the foster system placement queue. Um, are you, as an educator, part of the foster system placement queue? We have, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Keith, do you work with the Orisha? Or I do not, but I have heard about it, and that's something that I would like to learn more about, because I know that there are some Aussie, awesome witchy folks on here and spiritual folks that do look into the Orisha, and that's something that I want to study, but it's just something that I don't really know. I know the names, but I don't know anything else other than that. Um, I doubt I'd be getting a promotion. I'm a teacher, so it's like, okay, so like, okay, what I have been wishing. Um, so I love, I love what I do here with you guys. Like I love all my other stuff. Like I love coaching. That's awesome. Like I love singing in my operas, you know, doing little bits in there. I love my photography. Most of all, like what's always been my world since I was a little kid is I love the spirit realm. Like I love tarot reading. I love, you know, spirit boards, and I love, you know, pendulums, and I love tapping into my intuition. I love all that stuff, and I've been fascinated since I can go back and remember 3 years old. Like always been my, it's always been my number one passion. Yes, I've loved, you know, drawing and singing, and I've loved all that stuff. Like I'm a very arty person. And in teaching, like I like teaching. I love children. I love like especially my seniors. Like I think I really vibe with my seniors because I feel like I don't want my favorite part is when I'm helping them with their lives, and I am tapping into them when I'm talking to them so that I can help them the best way that I can. But that's my favorite thing to do, is just like all curriculum aside and all the like freaking state testing, and I hate the structure of all of that stuff. I like just talking, like are so uncertain at this time, especially as seniors. And my thing right now is I've been trying to calm them, and I've been talking kind of like off the book. I mean, not like trying to like push any idea onto my students because that's not appropriate, but I've been trying to let them know that that as much pressure as they feel right now, I said, you know, to pick a college or pick a career or pick whether you're not or you're going into the military or pick a job, like that's unfair. I said, you're only 17 and 18 years old. Nobody, I said, knows what they want to do at 17 or 18. I said, so if you feel pressured to pick something right now, don't, because I said there's life after high school. You know, maybe you want to take a break and you want to go back and take classes. The average college student is 30 years old. And I was like, because people go back. And I was like, and I said, and even if you start a career and you're like 20 something years old, something in your life might happen. And I was like, and I said, life is so fluid, you guys. And I'm like, I said, so I hope that you're not feeling this pressure to make a decision and that it's going to affect your entire life, because it's not. And I said, and I can't tell you how I know, but I just know each and every one of you is going to be okay. And I said, and I know that whatever you're choosing now probably won't be what you do for a lifetime. And I was like, so take that pressure off of yourselves. I know you're feeling it from your parents, you're feeling it from your counselors, you're feeling it from all the stuff. I was like, but life I said, I doubt anybody in this room is a psychic. I was like, but I said, so you don't know how your life is going to play out. Like nobody does. And I was like, so pick some direction. I said, what I want, I have stuff that according to the school board, I need to teach you, and I will teach you well. You know, I will give you the skills that you need to succeed outside of high school and become an adult. I said, but I said, I also hope that with this class and just me personally, that you just feel confident in finding a direction. I said, and if later on you want to change your direction, it happens. I was like the whole purpose that I'm the only teacher that makes you guys go and talk to other teachers about what they did after high school was so that you can hear that nobody ever set out to be a teacher. Like, it just kind of is how it happened. I said I was going to be a fashion designer and now I'm a teacher. You know, I said, so you never know how your life is going to play out. So I was like, don't feel the pressure to absolutely know like what's going on right now because you don't. So I was like, you know, so that's what I've been really trying to teach them. Like, I feel really connected to this senior class this year. And so, yeah. And so as far as being a teacher and a teaching, like teaching in a school, I don't feel that anymore. Like, that's not what I want to do. So I've been telling the universe, like, I don't want to do that anymore. However, I do love guiding young people. I do love just talking to them and like helping, like, and not even really being a counselor because, like, you know, just, I was like, I just like sitting them down like human to human and being like, I was where you were, kid, you know, trust me. Things change. So I love that stuff. But that's, you know, so I'm like, universe, what I want is, okay, maybe I still want to work with teenagers. I still want to give them life advice. I don't want to like be in a teaching system anymore. I want to like full time just like help to heal people. I want to work with my intuition like full time. You know, I said stuff that I already do right now through Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. I said that's what I would love to do full time, but I also want to like help and mentor kids in that way, but not with a structure, you know, I don't know. And so the universe is like, your prayers have been answered. December, January, something big is coming. It is somewhat related to your career. And I'm like, am I losing my job? I'm like, will I have done something bad? And it's like, no, no, no. It's just, and you're not losing your job, but it's like, but you're not going to like it. And somebody is coming, somebody soon, perhaps like October, November, but definitely I will know them by December, January, and they're going to help me through it. And it's going to be an older man. Again, not romantic, because I have a dude and I'm quite happy. And by the way, they said the dude will not be happy either, and I will not be happy with this situation. And they said, you'll feel a little unstable because some of it is money related, and I get really cray cray when I feel like my money situation is unstable because I came from a very disadvantaged home, and so for me to be able to have built up the savings that I do is like awesome to me. And so I'm like, don't mess with my money. So it's like, you know, things are gonna come up, and that's all I know is that this guy is gonna help me. It's gonna be leading me to a new path because the universe said we also want you to be somewhere else. We don't want you to be where you are right now. We want you to be somewhere else helping as many people as possible. Also, they said you're going to meet more people than you are now. So, okay, so I rambled. I want to go back and see what you guys said. I am not ignoring you guys. Okay. Woo, do, 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 do. New Age, have you noticed since you've been talking about this, your voice has gone funny a few times? It has. I keep losing my voice. And when I talk to the kids and I'm getting serious with them, my voice goes out. And I'm like, what the deuce? New Age, I wonder if you're going to not work at school anymore. Somebody in the district. I hope I'm just like not switching schools. Sherry Bug, did anyone actually get kicked off their internet in the past couple of minutes? I hope not. Keith, why weren't you my teacher when I was in school? Do anyone just see that about 1 minute ago? See what? Oh, Keith, Celtic Witch has to go. Well, thank you for stopping by. Hugs and sparkles. Yes, to you too. What did you guys see? That's exactly what I saw. It started from Tara's right eye as we look at her. So not the eye nearest the stuffies. Here? I didn't to me off. Since we started talking about the dream, I saw it was clear as day. It came from her side and completely covered her eye. I said that I started shuffling the beautiful rebellion. The five of staves flipped over. Holy cow. Queen Osset said, you may be granted a boon. Sometimes we're skittish about our wishes, perhaps because we think they wouldn't come to pass. There's also that, you know, I wish and wish and wish, and I work so hard and that, like, it wouldn't come. Something in the doorway? I don't think so. Green Owl said, yes, still. I think y'all saw the old man who is coming to her. I saw something in the door about 5 minutes ago-ish. The candles are popping. I got kicked off. Whoa. There is some intenseness going on, you guys. Mika, hey. How are you? We're just talking about some intense stuff, and apparently stuff showing up on my camera. I don't know, like maybe when I watch my replay, I'll have to look and see it myself. You know what's odd, you guys, is when I'm like talking like when I'm doing some deep spiritual work, there's a flashing light in my this is my right eye. Yes, my right eye. There's a flashing light. It's like a white flash, and sometimes it's a dark flash, but it flashes in my eye. So then I think that maybe I'm just dehydrated and I need to drink more water, which I do. But sometimes it just like it flashes, and I'm just like, and so I put my hand up. I'm like, what the deuce is that? And so it hasn't happened very often, but I wonder if that's what you guys are seeing, is what I usually see in my eye. But I know that I don't know. That's so weird. We're having such a weird live chat today, and I love it. Myself and Groot saw a man. Could you guys describe the dude? I don't think there's a dude in my house right now, but you know, you guys, I have been getting goosebumps, by the way, a lot. So you guys may be right on. There might be somebody here. There is kind of a wind that's here. I saw a shadow go across the doorway space. Sometimes if you see like he was an old dude. If he was Filipino, that's my grandpa. If he was a like giant old white guy, that's my other grandpa. Sherry Bug said that's what I saw. Interesting. You know what? I'm going to, boom. I'm gonna bust out my tarot deck, which by the way, this is Enchanted Tarot. And by the way, everything from my past is coming back too. Like my very first tarot deck was the Enchanted Tarot, but I gave it away because I was my intuition was on fire and like I was really connecting to spirit again, and it was a little unsettling at first. So I had gifted that deck to my good friend Charmaine, the opera star. And it wasn't till like a few weeks ago I was like, I'm not scared anymore. I was like, that deck is actually beautiful. Why did I give that deck away? And so I went and I bought it again, and I bought the 25th anniversary edition. And so it's like I'm bringing things back into my life that I was once scared of, and I'm not scared anymore. So I don't know. I saw an older dude, or Green Owl saying she saw an older dude with short gray hair superimposed over your face. I'd say mid-70s, but I'm crap with ages. 70s. My grandfather, which is my mom's dad, my German grandfather, he passed away like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And he was in his 70s. He was like 75, I think. I think my grandpa was 75. Could be my grandpa. You know what? This room feels really crowded right now. And I'm not feeling... I just feel like... Okay, I don't know if this sounds weird to you guys, but the past few days, like when I've been doing the dishes, I I feel like there is a gentleman whose hands are on my shoulders and that he's smiling and looking over my right shoulder. Like I keep feeling this man come up behind me, and because I'm like, bro, people don't just come up and touch me. So he usually backs off, but I'm just like, who's this guy who keeps touching me? It's definitely something going in and out of the door. Well, it's full in here. I'm gonna hold on to my pink calcite right now, and I'm going to ask this gentleman what is up, and I am going to put a protective bubble around myself right now. I was getting tons of heart palpitations yesterday, and right now I'm fine, but yesterday my heart was just off the chain. It wouldn't stop palpitating all day. New Age said he came right through the door. He was right over. It's like, it's interesting when you guys like see stuff that I see. It's like just so interesting. Okay, so I am using my Enchanted Tarot, and I'm just asking this person who keeps trying to talk to me these past few days and was giving me some heart palpitations yesterday. I'm pretty sure that was you, sir. Which is not very nice, by the way. I don't like heart palpitations. Okay, this card just flipped over. I got the 3 of Pence. So, well, I'm just like, what is your... Why are you here? Why are you here? Okay, sage the room. Oh. I can sage the room. Sherry Bug, I am not practiced enough to get details. It's shadow for me. It's interesting that we're all getting bits of the same thing. It is. Give me just a second. I'm going to light my black candle for protection. And I don't know if you guys can see that up there. I have my black candle going. And I'm just going to... Whoa, come on, flame. Come on, flame. Do you guys see that? My flame is going down. Oh, hold on. I have to plug my phone in. We have a low battery. Okay, phone is low battery right now. So, you guys can't hear my ohms from here because it's in the master bedroom, and the master bedroom door is closed because Wally's in there right now. So I just plugged my phone in because the battery is getting drained from my phone right now. Okay, so we have a big flame again, so you guys can all see that. And I'm just going to take my sage, my white sage, and I'm going to... P.S. I don't feel like this person's malevolent. I feel like this person has good intentions. They're just very intense. Let's give you guys some sage too. So I'm just going to put a little sage in this room. Lokester, are you out here? Oh, okay. Well, Loki is, he's asleep on the pile of laundry that my boyfriend has over there, so he's passed out right now. But he's passed out right outside the door. Okay. Okay. Put that back up here. Loki's watching something in the hallway. So he woke up and he's staring into the bathroom. I don't know if you guys can see it, Loki. There he is. He's staring into the bathroom right now. But that's our master bedroom door, and it's close, so you guys can't hear the ohms. Okay, so let me go back. Keith said, sorry, wasn't looking. I was doing my makeup. Melancholic. Wow, good kitty. Hey, Loki. Hey, Loki, they're saying hello to you. So yeah, I get that this person isn't, because he's always smiling every time I see him when he comes up behind me when I'm doing the dishes. My hair is moving. Okay, sir, please don't touch me. Okay, normally, like, spirit can't, like, move my stuff. They can just make me feel. That was odd. Sir, don't touch me. That's kind of weird. Okay, that's really weird. Please don't touch me. I don't like that. So, what is it that you... Why are you here? 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 I'm going to pick 3 cards. Why are you here? Why are you here? I'm not afraid of you. Okay. Oya said, perhaps it's not a man. Could just be a being. Okay, so I got, because I said, why are you here? And the first card, remember, that had popped out was the 3 of Pentacles. Sherry Bug, getting the shivers. Maybe we are all feeding him energy. Think we can do that via internet? I think so. I can send you guys energy. I'm pretty sure you guys can send energy over here. Green Owl got the 5 of Staves. You guys keep getting the 5s. So he showed the 10 of Swords, the Sun, and the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords is like my weird dream last night, where it was almost like a nightmare, but it wasn't a nightmare because I wasn't really scared. Interesting. I don't know. What are you guys thinking with that? I mean, I'll try to do a little interpretation myself, but I'm interested to hear like what you guys think with those cards. Because my question was, why are you here? Sherry Bug said, oops, everyone's sage and chill. Candle isn't flickering or anything. I think that the energy feels like it's lifting from this room. I do still feel like a weird wind on my right side, but it's not feeling like intense, like somebody's right on top of me. But yeah, I'm like trying to talk about like my like something coming for me and like a dude coming, and like I'm like talking about my future and my career and like this dude shows up. So I don't know, that's interesting. Solaris said, could the person coming to you be a spirit, not a living person? I have not thought of that. I have not thought of that. New Age, I feel better now a bit. It's not thick now. Yeah, it was like literally, I felt like I was being suffocated by too many blankets. And now I feel like it's a lot more calm. More calm. Calm is good. Water's good. Okay, so 10 of Swords, the Sun, 9 of Swords. Okay, so what I was getting with this, sometimes people think the Death card is like death, but I usually see sometimes the 10 of Swords as being like sometimes could be an actual death, but you know, a definite ending to something. So I'm getting that this person is saying, you know, obviously I'm a dead person. But it's like he's trying to help me, and he tried to talk to me through my dream, which was not really a nightmare, but he's like, you know, he says, I'm trying to sort out what's in your head. He goes like, I've been trying to help you. Like I see him seeing himself as the Sun card. Like, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you, girl. Sherry Bug, maybe a new guide. New Witch said, don't forget to thumbs up this crazy chat. Dude, we've been all over with this chat. We put people, I talked about putting people into chokeholds. We talked about our crazy deck obsessions. You guys freaking saw a ghost in my house. And that's interesting. Some of you were talking about like the face being superimposed over mine are like one of my eyes being covered. So that's, wow, that's really interesting. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna pull another card for this gentleman. Okay, I'm gonna pull a card just asking, like, are you guiding me? Are you my new guide? My hair keeps moving, you guys. Okay, don't move my hair. um, are you a new guide? Who are you? I get this a lot. The Ace of Wands. Queen Osset said, I got card 13 from the Numinous. Ever thought of writing a book? You know, I have a book that's in the works, but it'll probably never get finished. It's about my rotten childhood, but more in a funny manner. I have written a children's book that I just haven't published yet. I don't know. I'm maybe writing a book on my craziness, like crazy spiritualness. Solaris said, I think he's doing it as a nervous tick, like petting a grandchild. Maybe I'm making him nervous. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to make you nervous. I'm not scared of you. I'm not trying to like banish you like you're a bad person. Um, I mean, obviously, I mean, if you're a bad person, like you're not allowed in my house. But no, I just think it's interesting. Like he feels the need to constantly touch me. And no spirit has ever touched me. Like I'm so good with my boundaries that spirits don't touch me. Like they don't. But I don't feel that he's bad. But he's, okay. I have all my hair forward, so the only hair he's touching is like it's like it feels like that. Like that's what I'm feeling. Like it's kind of I'm like it kind of creeps me out. So like please don't touch me like that. Maybe he's trying to reassure you. Maybe. So asking like if I asked him if he's like a new guide, and so when I got the maybe he's the bathroom guy from the dream. Maybe. And I have been getting the Ace of Wands. So maybe he's like, I'm here to like help you with that path that we're trying to set out for you later on. So maybe he is a new guide. It's just odd because when I have like my spirit guides always come to me just like in you know, like meditation, or I see them with my mind's eye, but I've never felt like physically felt my spirit guides. So to me it's like, I don't know, that's just interesting. I'm sorry, I can't. I think your name is in Russian, but it says, hi, we're a family with 3 children from Russia, and we traveled around the world, now in Egypt. Wow! Egypt's really cool. I want to go to Egypt someday. I feel that's where my heart is. My heart's in Italy and my heart's in Egypt. Like one day I'm going to go to Egypt and I'm going to feel like I'm coming home. I felt like I came home when I went to Italy. But yeah, when I go to see those pyramids someday, I'm going to be home, you guys. Sherrybug said that card seems overtly sexual to me. Really? With the he seems over the top, almost like he can't control his energy. Yeah, like too physical. Maybe that's a lot of that fire. And the intense energy is back. I keep looking behind me at the flame because when I feel a wind behind me, I'm wondering if it's affecting the flame, but it isn't. No, the flame's still nice and tall. It's just before the flame like got really small, like it was being smothered, and now the flame's like fine. So, yeah. But I am kind of feeling like the wind at my back, and it's like it comes in waves, like intensity. Like yesterday, I was really having like so many heart palpitations. It wasn't freaking me out, but I was just like, dude, like it's kind of disrupting my day. So I actually I made some kava drink yesterday, which I never made kava before, but my family's made kava, and so it helped to calm me down and I felt better. Sherry bug, to me, it looks like the staff is going into that round thing at the top. I think he needs to go. Maybe the energy going up is him being excited. Maybe. New Age, you know how in Ghost when he needs to hone in to make a reaction, it's like that, but the opposite. Oh, meaning of penetration. So, yeah, kind of. And we got like on the hand, there's like a heart here. And here you got the staff. And actually, I could see that as being very sexual. Especially because you guys are seeing an old guy. Like, old people are not allowed to. That is gross. Like, I'm not into old dudes. Dude. I say bye-bye ASAP. Okay. I'm gonna clear this room. You give me a second. Elsa, hey! Hey everybody, I've been listening and reading all your comments. Just pulled the High Priestess from the Mystical Cats Tarot, or the Priest from the Mystical Cats Tarot. Does that mean anything to you? Oh, so, is he like thinking like he's the priest? Oyas girl, I don't think it's a man. I think he's not a good dude. I agree. Yeah, he needs to leave me alone. The floorboards are creaking in this room. Why am I whispering? Okay. I'm going to push out some mega energy right now. You guys might want to close yourselves off. So do not accept this energy. I'm going to push out some intense stuff because I'm going to clear my room with my heart. So, and this is how I clean rooms, by the way. I think it's a very assertive female. If there's an older female, like 90 some years old, that's my friend Lotta. And so I'm actually going to ask Lotta to help me out. She's like a grandma to me, and she loves to touch me. If she wants to touch me, like Lotta can touch me because I love her. But anyway. Okay, so you guys close yourselves down. I'm clearing my room. You give me a second. That's better. Whew. Okay. If you guys tuned out, that's okay. I understand. Okay, I'm feeling so much better in this room. I hope that you guys closed yourselves off because I was trying to put out I put out my intense energy. um, so as I was winding down, I did pull out, I didn't say it, but yeah, I pulled out the death card. And then when I felt like things were really starting to calm, that's when I pulled temperance. That it's starting to balance out in here. And so, ooh. But when I do that, my body goes cold. So I feel hot, but my skin is hot. Like everything is on fire right now, but it's just like I feel like I'm in ice. Like I feel ice cold. Like I feel so cold, but my skin is on fire. So that's actually that's how I clear places. Like, okay, I'm clearing again. I'm clearing again. Okay, this is a nasty bugger. Okay. Jesus, Shiva, and Ganesha, I ask you, clear this room, clear my friends, clear my energy. Jesus, Shiva, Ganesha, I ask you, clear this room, clear my friends, clear my energy. I do not want this energy. Please push this energy away. I do not want this energy. Push this energy away. I need your help. Push this energy away. Jesus, Shiva, Ganesha, I ask you, push this energy away. I do not want this energy. Push this energy away. I do not want this energy. I am protected by the life source, life birth, white light. I exude light and love. Negativity cannot touch me. Negativity cannot possess me. Negativity cannot surround me. Negativity bounces off me is transmuted into love and healing. I send you love and light. I send you love. I send you love. I send you love. I send you love. Love is the most powerful energy in the world. I send you love. I send you love. I send you love. Okay, now I feel that it's fully gone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna cry. I I can see my old cat. Presley was in this room and Presley's against my leg. I could see him as clear as day. Like I swear to God, my cat's here. Oh, I miss him so much. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I miss Presley so much and I could see him so clearly. He's literally sitting right next to my leg and he's... It's like really intense because he's right here. Like I can feel his energy and I can see him with my eyeballs. Like I miss my cat. I miss him so much. Oh, I don't want to cry on camera. I'm gonna like look away. Okay. Okay, I am so sorry. It just I really miss him. Okay, okay, I'm gonna go back and like look at your comments because I was like in the middle of doing my thing. Green Owl said ran towards the bathroom. OMG, you're making me cry. Hugs. I get it. That happened to me once with my dog Alexi a few years ago. Yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, like as it was like winding down, um like I felt like the energy was so calm in here and so full of love and clear as day. Presley was sitting there as tall and brave as he always is with his beautiful lavender eyes. And oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't cry on camera. Oh, I don't look good when I cry. Oh. And he came over and he sat right next to me. But yeah, I miss him so much. He's the one that protects our house. Like my boyfriend always says he's our protector. I can hear a cat meowing. Oh my gosh, I hear a cat meowing. I don't know, can you guys hear that? Because I can hear that really audibly. Oh my gosh. Oh, why am I crying on camera? I'm so sorry. I'm like making for a bad live chat. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to get you guys all emotional. I'm sending you cheese cubes. Thank you. Kitty Baby says, it's okay, Mama. I protect. So yeah. Yeah, he protects his house. He does. He really does. And so, yeah, my boyfriend still gets really like emotional. Because that was, like he said, his spirit guide, his buddy. Wow, I am feeling so much emotion. Okay, I'm calming down now. We are calming down, girl. We are not making your friends sad. Okay, we are calming down. I'm going to drink some water, and I'm going to calm myself down, and I'm going to let my eyes clear up. Excuse me. Wow. I am going to hide my face for a second because I know I'm so red. My eyes are so teary. Okay, you guys, I'm better now. I'm calm. But I think I get really emotional, especially when I clear a place. Like, I'm so open, too. I get really emotional, so don't mind me. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, we're back. We're good. I'm better now. So I'm sorry if I was getting you guys emotional. I am so... I don't want to, like, you know... Sherry Book's awesome live chat. We are sharing and caring. Thank you, thank you. So Larry's like, don't die. Yes, my throat was not ready for any of that. No. I cannot. I have such a hard time talking about him, especially when in spirit, like... Especially when I'm reminded of his passing. Yeah, we really do. We miss him a lot. So, but I am better now. Hair toss and weeks, yes. So yeah, I am much better. So Sherrybug said, even if you're red-faced and teary, you're gorgeous. Thank you. So yeah. Okay. We are better now. Oh my gosh. Do you know that we are on for 124 minutes? This is like the longest live chat ever. I don't know if this is the longest one. No, this is probably the last one. No, we've gone 3 hours before. Wow, we've talked about so much stuff. There's like, you guys got to see me like blow out some intense energy and like clear this room, which it's now, I feel fine. Excuse me. It feels really clear. Yeah, I saw my old cat. I can feel him, so I've got like all the like goosebumps, but like warm goosebumps, so I know my cat is still here. So I think my cat is like protecting me right now. Yeah, I better go and do something with myself. I don't like, I don't look like you do without makeup. Oh my gosh. So yeah, well, I think that, I think that I'm just going to pull like a couple of cards just like as a general message for all of us, because I don't think that I have the energy right now to pull a card for everyone. Woo! Because I literally just like pushed all my energy out clearing this room. And then I'll do a little healing for you guys, and then yeah, you guys go about your Saturday. Yeah, wow, I didn't mean to take so much, can't even talk right now, so much of your Saturday, but this has been a lot of fun. New Age says, well, now we know how you kick ass now. Yes, this is how I do it. Sherry Bug said the internet is clear for her now. So yeah, that's how I clear rooms. Basically, that's how I clear houses. Is like I call in Jesus, Shiva, and Ganesha. They're like my protectors, and they clear. I call in my guides, and I just like pump out this like fire and light and love. I send out like love because especially when something's like coming at me with like anger and scariness, like love is what I push. Like because they really don't like it. And love, you know, it's not just like a, oh, peace, love, and happiness. Like, no, love's a really high vibration, and it really is strong. So that's how I clear. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for us. This will be our message, and I'm asking, wow, I feel like there's a lot of energy in this room right now, but I feel like lovey, happy energy. And so this is going to be a message from all of us. And so I'm asking a source to talk directly through me right now for these cards. And I'm hoping that this is, I want this to be a loving message that all of you can take with you this weekend and possibly throughout your week. Yes, hashtag the high vibe tribe. You are right. Grün Owl. Grün Eule. Green owl. Oh, by the way, you know, I don't really see owls all that often, but the other day I saw an owl swoop right in front of our car in slow motion and almost stop in front of our car one night when we were driving home. It was a white owl, like a big white owl, and it was like it was flying in slow motion and like almost stopped in front of the car, like mid-flight. It was so weird. And then it like flew into a tree. But yeah, I saw it when I was making a turn like to get onto the freeway. So Green Owl just thought, I thought you should know. So yeah, I don't really work with a whole lot of owl energy. I've seen 2 owls in my whole life in the wild, and that was number 2. The first one came and landed next to me on the ground, like 2 feet from me. It was also, no, that was a brown oil, a brown owl, when we went to where I eventually parked my Viper. And like I tried to call my boyfriend over, and as soon as he started approaching, the owl flew away. But yeah, that's the 2 times I've ever seen owls in my whole life. So everybody's like, wow, Hogwarts moment. So yeah, I was like, is that an owl? Because I'd never seen an owl up close before. Like I really haven't. Just because I was like, oh hey Loki. I was like, oh my god, it's an owl. Like it was so tiny. It was like literally like this big. It was the teeniest little owl. I was like, there's an owl. I was like, Brian, there's an owl. There's an owl. And he came over and it like flew away. It's like, you scared away the owl. Like, yeah, but this time, yeah, I literally saw it was a white owl and it like flew just slow motion in front of our car. It was so cool. And I haven't actually stopped to think about what its message was. And I don't know why, because I've been like I love, you know, animal messages. Like I'm really connected to animals. And for some reason, like I keep stopping myself from listening to what its message was. And I'm going to listen to what its message was. I know it's been a few days now, but yeah. My mom has serious owl energy. She can call native owls from around here into where they will find her and sit in the tree above her. Oh my God, that is so cool. Well, hey, if you guys want to tell me what the white oil, I keep saying oila. If you want to tell me what you think that white owl was trying to tell me, for some reason I keep not listening, and I don't know why I keep not listening, but the King of Pentacles just like flew out. I'm like, I know, I know. Okay, so I'm asking Source. Oh, by the way, and I live in San Diego. Like, we shouldn't have white owls, I don't think, here, because we don't really have snow here. Well, I mean, we do in Julian, but while I've been lecturing every now and then, talking to my students this week, my words are accented sometimes. Like, I mean, I don't have an accent. Like, I'm just like have an American accent, I guess. But it's been weird. Like this whole week, every time I say something, my words go funny, and I like talk with an accent. Like it's kind of weird. And my students are like, but it'll just be one word, and it's just been happening with my speech like this whole week. Like I hope I'm not getting like a freaking stroke or something. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird like I don't know. I can't even place the accent. It's German, maybe. I don't know. The lechuza, lechuza. It's the lechuza. I did not know the lechuza. Oh, whoa. It's my card. My card that always pops out for me. It's the Fool. Like it always pops out. Pretty sure that's what the owl keeps saying. Like the universe keeps telling me that, you know, that big change that's happening later that brought in all this big energy. The universe keeps pulling the Fool card for it. It keeps telling me, be the Fool, be the Fool. Like it's the Fool card. Like you're gonna be the Fool card. You are the Fool card. Like that's all I pull. Oh, stop. Don't say that. Green Owl said the owl plus the energy totally makes sense. Interesting. Yeah, but so interesting. I keep like accenting my words like German. I don't know. Like I guess I don't know why I'm like accenting my words sometimes. That's so odd. Okay, so source energy. I'm trying to get a message to my peeps and other stuff keeps coming up. Okay, so I want to give a message to my homies. A loving message that they can take with them today and through the weekend. I want to give a loving message to my... Okay, so with my third eye, there is a big white owl in front of this camera with its wings spread. Like in my face. And I'm not very good at, you know, types of owls just because I don't see them that often. But this looks like the owl that I saw, only like big. Whereas the owl I saw, I don't think was that big. But whatever is the one that looks like it has the flat face and it looks like it has like the trim. Like, I don't know. It looks like it has such like a clean face. Like it's very, like it's white. It, does it look like the Harry Potter owl? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, where it's just like clean and it's like, it looks like it's just outlined in like a black ring, maybe. Maybe a white barn owl. Let's see, sage your phone. Maybe. I don't want to sage the owl right out of my phone, but yeah, it's, well, it's gone now, but it was here. It had its wings spread, like it was like, hello, owl, like, stop ignoring me. Okay. Owl, I ask you to give me a message to give to my homies here on my live chat and the ones that will tune in later or watch the replay. A loving message, a message filled with love that can take them through the weekend and through today. Okay, I'm going to give my cards a good shuffling here. And I have a song that popped into my head and I hear Don't Stop Believin' by Journey is the one that's playing. Christy said she was telling me to look into it more for sure. I will, perhaps today. Solaria owls are the lie detectors of the animal world, if I'm not mistaken. They see the truth in all things. is the dude walking around in the hall, because I've seen that shadow 3 times. The dude is not here right now. He is at work. So the only people that are here is me, Loki, wherever he is. Loki's around here somewhere. And Wally is in the master bedroom with the door closed. Because the boys aren't that good being in the same room yet, so that's why they take turns being out. And if the shadow's out in the hallway, that's fine, because it can't come in here. Actually, it needs to leave my house, so I probably need to sage my whole house and do all of that. That's fine. That'll be today's thingy. Clean the house, clean the house. Ooh, I'm gonna put my foot out. Okay. Ooh, this has probably got to be a deep message, because taking a while to shuffle. Okay, so big message from Owl. From Owl. Okay, so this is the message from Owl. We have the Seven of Wands, the Princess of Swords, and Death. I was looking for more of a cheery message to give to my homies. Okay. And I keep hearing the song Don't Stop Believin', so take that with you. Okay, so although I am getting that this is like a message for me too about that thing that I was talking about, you know, December and January, I'm getting that this is for a lot of us, that there is not just me, there's something big coming December, January, but a lot of people, there's going to be a big shift. So I'm getting that it may feel like an uphill battle with this like Seven of Wands, you know, especially me, because I'm like, I need more information, you know, and I feel like sometimes it's really hard for me to get myself up in the morning and go to work, and the only thing that really gets me to go there is that I'm happy to see my students. And I feel like this is for a lot of us. There might be something that's just really, it feels like it's simple to do, but it feels like it's just taking that much longer for us to like do it because we don't want to do that thing. So it feels like a lot of us are feeling some sort of weird uphill battle like I am. But with the Princess of Swords, which is like the Page of Swords, seeing as at the beginning, like right now we're at the beginning stages of a huge transformation happening for us, which I see with this Death card. And so we always know that change is good, even though it's uncomfortable. So I'm getting this like reassurance that yes, there's something big happening for me. And right now is just the beginning of it, but I'm seeing that yeah, that there's a big energetic shift. So it's like, get my head out of like just being myself, like my own little world. It's like, you know, there's a lot of people that are going to be shifting too, and big changes. You know, for some people it might be career, like me, maybe it's going to be my career. And there's that and three crows just flew by. There's going to be that little, like Queen Osset said, you know, that little thing inside of me that's like, well, what if it doesn't come true? What if it doesn't happen? And I think this is the universe, them, whoever, just confirming like, yeah, that change is coming. Like, just know this, you know, even if you don't believe it is, it's okay if you don't believe in it, because it's coming anyway. You know, but right now we're at the beginning. It's just the beginning. And to be excited, because it's a journey, you know. Even Indiana Jones had some times where he was a little scared, but you know, everything turned out okay. Okay, New Age, here we go again with it. Ugh, yeah, I saw her face distort all to hell, mentioning him, bad idea. I'm not trying to mention anyone. I'm trying to mention something's cool because it's coming. I am too. So much poop going on right now. Persistent bugger. Owl plus close to Mexico. Maybe a shape-shifting energy. Maybe. Yep, had to get on the phone. Got kicked off again. Okay. Well, this room is clear. So I'm going to send you guys off with some healing. And I'm going to clean this house. Okay? Sister's got to get down and dirty. And she gonna be cleaning this house. And this house is gonna be a glowing beacon of light when I am all done. Okay. Maybe it was that thing that was in my dream. Well, you are not allowed here. I send you love bubbles. Love bubbles. Love bubbles. I help you with love bubbles. Nothing but love is coming off of me. Love bubbles. Okay. Yes, I will do that. I will do that. I am going to clear this home. Let me just grab one of my more protective stones. This is petrified wood. Okay, guys, so I'm going to do a little healing energy for you guys. So I'm going to be sending out some love. So if you're open to it, go ahead and open yourselves to it. If you want it to be sent to a particular person, place, or a furry friend, feathery, scaly, just mention their name or here. Not so that I could see it, but just so the energy of you putting that out there and the energy will come to them. And even people that watch the replay or the live chats, I think that, you know, because we don't live, well, energy doesn't live in a finite world, that things can be looped and things can, you know, continue. So that's why I think when somebody watches a replay of like a energetic healing or something like that, that energy is continuous. You know, it's caught in that moment of time, because really there is no time. So except in our world. Ever come across an elemental? I've come across fairies, but that's about it. Yes, iridescent bubbles of unicorn love. Okay, so some water, and then you guys can go about your day. You can pop off of here if you want. You know, you don't have to lay down. You can be driving, which hopefully you're not watching this while you're driving, but you could be, yeah, washing dishes, whatever you're doing. And I'm just gonna send out some good juju. Okay, Presley. Presley, you want to help me out with this one? Come on, Presley. Okay. All right, so hopefully you guys were able to get some of that good juju. I was hearing, I think it's called the best day of my life from American authors. I think that's the one. And I literally was imagining like the Care Bears and them doing like the Care Bear stare, like towards you guys. Um, so yeah. Uh, let me go back. Some people were, um, yes. So hopefully, excuse me, all that good juju went out to you guys and to anywhere where you were hoping that it went. And I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of your Saturday, or if it's evening time for you, I wish you a wonderful evening or late afternoon, wherever you are. And have a good Sunday. Tomorrow I start my opera rehearsals, and then following Sunday we have our opera, so I'm excited about the Mikado. And yeah, I'm wishing you guys lots of love. So peace, love, and chicken grease, my homies. Thank you so much for being on with me for this like really odd topsy-turvy live chat, and we got to do a lot of stuff, and we had a lot of emotions, and oh my gosh, I don't even think I can like go back and watch myself like be so emotional. But anyway, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sherry Bug, and yeah, you guys have an awesome time. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out, you guys. Thank you so much. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. All right, bye.